Hello, good morning, and a very nice warm welcome from Amakhala Game Reserve. I hope everybody is doing well today and ready to learn lots about some of the smaller things of the bush. We've actually stopped here and we're going to talk a little bit about plants, and it's going to be quite an interesting day. Now, my name is Andrew and I've got someone special behind the camera. You all remember Morgan. He's behind camera today, and Paul, he's going on leave. He's going to go see his family and have a good time with them. Morgan, how was your leave? You had a good time. You're excited to be back at Amakhala, yeah? Perfect. Well, there you have it. So yeah, we're going to be talking about some of the plants over here. Take a look at this. So this is actually a very nice wild olive tree that's growing just next to that termite mound over there. Look how big this one is, and it's doing so well. Now this is called the hairy star apple. And often if you drive with us, on the reserve, or if you on the reserve and you do see these plants, you will notice that a lot of them still bear fruits. And we use it as an indicator that why aren't the animals eating it? And makes a good indicator of poison. So if animals aren't utilizing, then I don't think you should utilize it either. But what is interesting is that most of the fleshy part of this fruit is very edible. But the thing is, there is seeds in the middle of the plant that are surrounded by this mucus layer that is actually quite poisonous and can cause quite violent stomach cramps and vomiting and things like that. So you don't really want to consume these plants. Very pretty plant though. They're normally growing quite well on the sides of the roads. This is a fairly youngish one. They do get a lot bigger than this. There's a beautiful example of a nice termite mound. Who knows actually how long these, or how old these termites actually are, or these mounds. Some of them on the reserve have been recorded to be 50 years plus. So to age this one, it's very difficult for me. I don't know how to age the termite mounds. Maybe Lauren or Lisa has got a bit insight on that. But if we have a look at this mound, it doesn't look like it's 100% active. It doesn't look like that mound is doing very well. And the reason is, remember, it's a lot of maintenance needs to be done on these termite mounds. And on hot days like today, you will find that the termites will want to moderate the temperature inside the mound, and they actually open up these little windows to allow the heat to escape. But then they need to close those windows as well. I'm familiar with this very termite mound, so I have seen it a lot of times, and there's been absolutely no maintenance done on this termite mound. So it seems like this mound isn't doing very well, if it's active at all. Now this is called the aloe ferox, or verose. It depends how you want to pronounce it. It's called bitter aloe. Very medicinal plants, and as we know, aloes are incredibly good for the medicinal side of things. I know aloe vera is one of the most medicinal plants on the planet, but the aloe ferox is also very good. Now I'm not sure if some of you know, but a good few months ago, myself and Morgan driving around, the next thing I felt a throbbing pain in my arm, and I got stung by a bee. And this is by far the worst bee sting I'd ever faced in my life. Morgan was very worried about me. And what we did was, we went to these bitter aloes, took a whole lot of them, and just placed it on the bee sting. So they can help with things like insect bites, also sunburn. You just rub it on your body. It's got I don't know if it's an SPF factor, but it definitely has got a sunblock factor. And then also for parasites in the body, you can actually eat that plant. It's not very nice, trust me. I've had one the other day. It was very bitter. But if you can swallow that and you do that daily, it'll make your blood incredibly bitter. Those parasites like mosquitoes, they don't like that, and they might just leave you alone.
I think I saw one of the biggest herd or biggest group I've ever seen together of waterbuck. I think we counted about 15. So it was really incredible to see some of them as well. It's one of my favorite animals, or antelope at least. I find them very fascinating for various reasons. All of the defense mechanisms they have with the scent gland in the neck and being able to evade predators in the water itself. But luckily this is something I did get to see while I was there. But not a bachelor group ever, coming to think of it.
It's surreal, the beauty. And if you think about it, black and white are not even really classified as colors. But again, we're only perceiving these shades due to the way that our brain perceives the wavelengths of light. When you actually go deep into what color is, it starts to get very mind-boggling. Look who we bumped into. A very handsome chap here, who's clearly been splashing and rolling and wallowing and covered in mud. I've been missing you guys. Where are you hanging out? Isn't he magnificent? So, people freak out when flies land on their food. And they often say, you don't know where this fly has been. Well, yeah, we don't. But that's not why you should be freaked out. Flies are actually very hygienic animals. So I don't think it shouldn't be your top worry. Flies want your food. But they don't have mouth parts, they don't have jaws, they don't have mandibles or any other ways of sort of munching into the food. They have a proboscis, very similar to butterflies and moths. So they need to suck it up. It needs to be liquid. Now, how do you get a delicious piece of crunchy iceberg lettuce into liquid? It's challenging. What a fly does is regurgitate its stomach juices onto your crispy leaf of iceberg lettuce, and this immediately turns it into liquidy soup, and that is ideal.
Zebras, oryxes, springbok. But if you are only joining us now, welcome. We are currently in the lovely Okaukuejo, Namibia. And my name is Lisa. I am the waterhole naturalist, keeping an eye on this beautiful waterhole as well as Juma. And please do get into contact with us or in touch with us. If you have any questions or comments, suggestions, please do let us know. Ooh, feisty are we? But I will see all of you beautiful people again tomorrow for Escape to Nature. I hope you have a wonderful day. And hopefully we'll see you this afternoon for Sunset Safari. But please be safe if you are traveling for Easter weekend today already. Please travel safe. And I will see all of you wonderful viewers again tomorrow.